Here we have a great summer dish in the making. Stuffed peppers and tomatoes with a few grape leaves thrown in there for good measure. These are vegetarian stuffed tomatoes, peppers, and grape leaves. This is one of the easiest dishes in the Greek kitchen. Basically, you need rice, blue rose, that's the variety we use for stuffing, a lot of onions and scallions, and basically any herb you happen to have on hand, but make sure mint is one of them. I'm going to show you how to scoop out the pulp from the inside of the tomato. We just want to get the caps off. Take a teaspoon. We want to save this. I'm going to cut out the little core here. I left a little bit of the crown on and I'm going to cut around it. We want to save all the pulp, even the seeds, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do the same thing with the pepper. If you're a maniacal perfectionist like I am, you want to get the ribs out too. The tomatoes need something, a little bit of salt and a little bit of sugar. And we turn them over in the pan and let their juices drain out. We want them in the bottom. It's the tasty stuff. I'm done here for a few minutes. I'm going to make my stuffing, and I'm going to show you how easy this whole dish is. I'm going to finally chop my onions. I'm a little bit lazy today. I'm going to use my extremely efficient food processor to do this. This is a coarse chop. What would stuffed tomatoes, peppers, and grape leaves be without Greek extra virgin olive oil? Not much, especially when that olive oil is a PDO oil from Kalamata with a delicious peppery taste and a beautiful harmony that it gives this whole dish. I'm going to saute my onions. I'm going to add my scallions and my garlic to this. While this is softening up in here, I'm going to pulverize my tomato pulp until it's nothing but juice. I'm going to add my rice to this, just to coat it in a little bit of oil, to soften it up a little bit. The rice is about a third of the way cooked when I actually add it to my tomatoes. In Greece, there's a special rice for stuffing. It's a medium grain, and it's called blue rose. It's not a Greek variety, of course, but it grows here. I'm going to pour my pulverized tomato pulp in here next. A little salt and pepper. The rice is exactly where I want it. There's plenty of liquid in here, so there's enough for it to cook in once it's inside the peppers and tomatoes. And I'm going to add my dill, parsley, mint. I have a few raisins here and a cinnamon stick. It simmers in the rice, and I take it out when the rice is ready to go in there. And a little extra virgin Greek olive oil. Ready to stuff. We're not going to fill this all the way to the top because the rice is going to expand. Okay. Here we go. It's important that the vegetables are snug next to one another. And we have a little secret for that I'm going to show you in a second. Greek cooking is all about economy. This is a very inexpensive dish to make. We don't waste anything, not even the space in the pan. If you notice, I have grape leaves. I'm showing you two different kinds. These are fresh leaves, in season in May, picked right off the vine. These need to be blanched before they can be used. And this is the stuff we find in jars, in brine, in every supermarket, almost in the world. Make sure the leaf is vein side up on your work surface. It's very easy. You fold in the sides, you fold up the bottom, and the little trick here is to taper it as you go so that you get an even, you see what I'm doing there? You get an even cylinder. Put it seam side down in the pan. You can also just cut up a potato or a couple of potatoes in chunks and fill in the spaces. I haven't added any water to this because the tomatoes are going to let out a lot of their own juices. I'm ready to bake it, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, for about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on your oven.